Where was I at 8:45 in the morning of September 11th? I was actually at work pretty much early. I usually get to work 5 minutes before my scheduled start time, but this day I got to work about a half hour early. And on my way down to work, coming from the Bronx, I remembered feeling like this day is kind of weird because the the traffic that normally is on trains and people going to work didn't seem normal to me. It seemed kind of, I would like to say, for a better word, dreamlike. I get to 110th Street to take the bus over to 110th and Broadway because where I worked at was on Broadway and 110th Street. I remember getting to my desk at the Kinko's I worked at, checking emails. Um, then I've noticed a couple of emails from other stores asking if we were okay, and I was a little perplexed. Why would they be asking me if we are okay? So I responded to one of the emails, and the response I got back was a plane had hit Tower One. So I immediately turned on the radio, the fan, for those of us who are from New York, and started listening. And then I turned on the TV, and I'm seeing pictures of Tower One ablaze, and people standing out the immediate areas, just looking in horror at Tower One, top floors ablaze. And then live on TV, we see another plane come in and hit Tower Two. So at this time, I am thinking to myself, I need to go home because I knew something like this, subways and transportation was going to be shut down immediately. So I'm working in Manhattan. I live all the way in the Bronx, Hunts Point section at the time. So I asked the store manager, do you think it's okay for us to leave? And his immediate reaction was, no, I don't think so. I think we should wait for corporate. And my response was at the time, well, I think if you're going to wait for corporate, I'm just going to go ahead and go home. He decided against that. He felt like I shouldn't do that, but I knew it was going to be difficult to get back north to the Bronx, Yonkers, in those places, if you don't have any transportation. So I decided to leave, and I remember walking all the way from 110th Street all the way up to 155th Street, and I was able to catch a bus across from Manhattan into the Bronx. And once I got into the Bronx, I was able to catch a cab home. And when I got home, which was about maybe 4 hours later, about 1:30 in the afternoon, I watched the news, Channel 4 to be exact, and I saw the plane, I saw the building come down. That day, to be totally honest with you, once the subways were operational, I did go down to the site. I took some pictures wherever I could go. At the time, I had like a little 1 megapixel digital camera, and I took some pictures of the devastation. Obviously, it was something that I've never seen before, and to see these buildings that I frequent, walked through, had lunch and dinner, it was just heartbreaking to know that people were dead. Um, the camaraderie of New Yorkers at that time was just phenomenal. New Yorkers coming together, checking on each other. It didn't matter what color you were. How you doing? How you doing? Things that I was not accustomed to as being a New Yorker. I will never forget 9/11.